Hello, dear friends. Welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, our moments with the Word of God, our moments with the love, mercy, and compassion of God, our moments also with the holy ones of God, the saints of God. I am always inspired by the lives of saints, and there have been thousands and thousands of saints in the Catholic Church who continue to inspire us, and today we'll be looking at one of them, and always to turn our attention to also ourselves, because these saints became saints because they were totally in touch with what was happening within them. We are often aware of what is happening with others, and we want to point out the mistakes of others, but never look at ourselves, or rarely look at ourselves in the areas which we need to improve upon. And I also invite you to be co-missionaries with me by simply sharing the videos with others and asking your friends also to subscribe to the channel. Thank you. You have probably often heard of Saint John of the Cross, a famous saint, a contemporary of Saint Teresa of Avila. But have you heard of Saint Paul of the Cross? Probably not. And this is an interesting saint, an Italian young man who at the age of 19 supposed to have had a vision of hell and a deep experience of Jesus. And then he got converted, and then of course he became a priest. And later he had more visions of the Blessed Virgin Mary. But particularly he was impressed by the passion of Christ. You see Jesus here suffering. We often take this passion, suffering of Jesus as for granted because we have been seeing cross right from the beginning of our life. As children, we saw it in our families, we see it in the churches. So it becomes a part of the decoration or ornament of our household or of churches or beautiful crosses, the size, the way it is done, etc. But it is actually symbolizing, and what it symbolizes we often overlook, not intentionally overlook, but simply because we are so used to it, something that we get used to it naturally, we do not pay too much attention. But Saint Paul of the Cross was highly inspired by the passion of Christ. You know, just as an aside, often when I read about praying and how to be more contemplative, doing contemplative prayer, I have read that try and contemplate more and more on the passion of Christ. I don't always succeed because my mind gets distracted, or there are other issues to think about and to look at my own weaknesses, etc. But Paul of the Cross really got so deep into meditating on the passion of Christ that he ended up founding an order for priests called the Passionists. So the Passionists is an order which basically speaks and promotes devotion to the passion of Christ. And I think this is very important devotion that we can develop. The other day also I was telling the sisters here that yes, we have a lot of devotion to our Blessed Virgin Mary, me too. And there are so many memorials of the Blessed Virgin Mary and during the year, but not so many of the cross. But it is the cross which is so fundamental, and his death on the cross and meditating on what he went through on the cross can really make us aware of God's love for us. You know, I have read this also. His stretched arms on the cross is telling us, this is how much I love you. His outstretched hands can embrace the whole world, including you and me, in his love. And that's why today's gospel also is very interesting, where The rich man, he thinks that having a lot of possessions will be something that will make him happy. And that's why this gospel is very interesting. Jesus is saying about him that this man who had a very wonderful harvest, and he was thinking, what will I do now with all my harvest? And I will break down the barns and make new ones, and then I will sit and enjoy myself. And that night he was told, "You're fool, this night your soul will be taken away from you." Probably if you and me also have been meditating on the passion of Christ, on the cross of Christ, then material possessions, material richness, or becoming worldly famous, fame and power will not attract us so much, because we will have been influenced by the passion of Christ. Let us then pray again through the passion of Christ to be converted to Him. And if you like, you may please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.